Normal.
All right. Sweet. I see that we're recording now. Yes, this is. We're finally gonna actually do something with these meetings. And so that's just kind of like a notice for everybody. It's just like we might like clip some stuff and put something interesting together, a little video. But yeah, today I'm actually not going to be presenting. We decided to switch it up, and so we actually have Dina Nguyen presenting for us today.
Yes, I will take it from here. Thank you, Kenny. Let me share my screen. Nope. Well, yes, the screen. All right, can y'all see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so hello everybody. Welcome to our 4th AIGA Hangout. Today on the agenda, we have some updates and announcements that we're going to be talking about. So first off is the postcards. We sent out a postcard last week to all of our current members. So did everybody able to get their postcards in the mail regarding our Illustrator workshop and then Creative Jam? I just want to make sure for those who provided us an address, a mailing address, should have gotten a postcard by now. So did everyone get that?
Yes, I got mine.
Cool. Sweet.
Some of them were like unclear, so hopefully they got it, but I'm not sure if like everybody got theirs because like the addresses that were sent in didn't have like PO apartment numbers for some of them, so that might be one reason if you didn't get one.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. And then next thing is our mentor program. So we have 5 mentors currently lined up and 6 mentees. So we're happy that we've kind of got the people secured for that. Applications are closed for mentors, but if you are still interested in becoming a mentee, that is still available. You can just like DM us or send us an email regarding that, and we'll find a spot for you. But that will mainly be done through Discord. So Kenny has created separate channels for each mentor so that any mentee can go in certain channels and ask a mentor questions, or if you want to voice chat with them, we kind of have like breakout rooms as well. So we're really excited to get that started. I know it's like kind of late in the semester, and thank you guys for like hanging in there with us on as we figure out all the details for that. But yeah, don't be shy to ask any of the mentors questions. Like, we're here to help you guys succeed and answer anything you might have for us. Is there anything else that other officers wanted to add to that, the mentor program?
I wanted to add to the postcard that we will be sending another one in November, so look out for that as well.
Yes. Yes. Okay, and then announcements. So we'll have a UTA Orientation Leader, if he's here with us today, kind of chat about the Orientation Leader program. And then we'll be discussing the illustration workshop with Anna and Daniel. And then we'll talk about Ad Edge, Creative Jam, t-shirt competition for the Art and Art History Department, officer elections, and Among Us game night that will be happening at the end of this month. So lots of cool things, and I'll just get right into it. So our orientation leader coming to speak today, is he in here, Jose Perez?
Yes.
He's the representative. Okay, cool. He's a representative for Maverick Orientation and Transition Programs Office. So I will let him take it from here and kind of talk to you guys for a bit about that.
Of course, thank you so much for the welcome. So hello, everyone. My name is Jose Perez. I am a sophomore now, architecture major from Ray City, Texas. And what I just did there was a little OL introductions, orientation leader introduction you would be doing if you were to apply to the position. So I'm here to talk a little bit about the position. Yes, I am from the Maverick Orientation and Transitions Program Office. That is our main office. Is what you'll be applying to. Our applications are open on Handshake. Position number, I can get that for y'all in a little bit. But basically what we do is we introduce ourselves to the institution, to the students coming into the institution. So incoming freshmen, we welcome them with open hands. We give them all the spew of all the traditions and everything here at UTA. Sorry. And we just give them a huge welcome, which is something that maybe is taken for granted by a couple students, especially if you're coming in from high school directly. You don't have any knowledge whatsoever as to what orientation is, what college is in general. So our job is to make them feel welcome, make them excited and pump them up for college, which is something you probably did not expect. Coming into college, I'm sure y'all went through orientation as well. So as y'all remember from the orientation, all the orientation leaders, that's what we're doing there. There's a lot of back stuff to it, but basically we apply on Handshake. We have to go through a whole interview process, and then you attend a student leadership retreat before or after being accepted as an orientation leader. And then we participate in activities that help shape the university and community. So we do that with our students during orientation. We have some fun with them, a couple hangout sessions here and there. But most of the time, it's a lot of information that we have. We have a whole training session as well, a whole training course that you have to go through after you're accepted. For one full semester, you will take a class that trains you into becoming an orientation leader, how to facilitate conversations, and all that good stuff. But in general, becoming an orientation leader, you learn leadership, teamwork, and communication skills. I could tell you right now that if I had not gone through this whole position and trained all this, I would not be able to talk to you, even though it's virtual. I would not be able to talk to you right now through computers. But most importantly, in person, welcoming students is my favorite part of the job, and making them feel welcome. Obviously, you represent UTA on and off campus, and both at all the events provided by UTA. So we'll be watching you. And you make new connections with students, faculty, and even staff. So that is one of the biggest things, is not only are you putting yourself out there with students, but also with faculty and staff that might bring new opportunities to you in the future. So that is a quick little spew of what orientation leaders are and what we do. Again, like I said, the applications are live on Handshake. Position number is, I'll throw it in the chat too, but it's 398-5290. That's the position number, and the applications are due November 4th. So if you are interested in becoming an orientation leader, of course, make sure to apply on Handshake. And if you have any questions, you want to let me know real quick, I can answer those for you. All right, I don't see any questions. Let me go ahead and drop the position number into chat, if that is okay.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, awesome. All right, there it is in the chat, 398-5290. That is the position number on Handshake. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see all of y'all apply as an orientation leader. We love seeing new people, new students, and y'all will be a great opportunity for y'all. So thank y'all and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you.
Thank
you,
you.
Jose.
Of course, if you
Yeah,
have any questions, like further questions, sorry. If you have any further questions,
No, you're
just let Dina know. Maybe she can contact me, or anyone can contact me. That is awesome. I'm ready for your questions.
Awesome. Thanks, Jose. Yeah, that's a great opportunity if you guys want to be more involved, with school, and it's a great opportunity to build your leadership skills as well. So definitely take advantage of the opportunity. I think it'll be really beneficial for your career in the long term type of thing. Does anyone have any questions for Jose before I transition to the next slide? No? Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Jose. All right. So next. All right. Thanks. Next up, we have the illustration workshop happening next Thursday, and I will hand this off to Anna Ponce, who will be talking a little bit more about that. So Anna, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Dina. So I guess as far as y'all have seen in some of the social media postings that we're going to be having a workshop next week on the 22nd. So a lot of this is going to be covering both myself and Daniel will be talking a lot about just art techniques, and just a lot of this will be applicable to any genre of art. We're not going to be like having you guys sit down and copy what we're drawing on a board. Most of it is just kind of a technical look at it. We will be having you guys do interactive, like you'll get to draw stuff and showcase. We're also going to have you guys plug in your work if you're interested in showing your work as well. So a lot of it would be discussing how to improve or how to just look at your art in a different way so that you're not like intimidated by these amazing looking art pieces, because you're capable of drawing really well. I just think that you probably would need to look at your art a little differently, and then you'll be able to jump and boost yourself really well. So, I mean, I don't know if Daniel's in here as well. Is he? I don't think I see his name, but if he wanted to add anything else.
I wonder if he's asleep again.
Don't say that.
He's been working hard.
But yeah, you guys have our social media handles, so you guys could look at our work. He does a lot of good, clean inking, and then he does both digital and illustrative. He's also in that Arts Friends Collective, so I think we also dropped that in the chat as well last time. You would be able to look at a lot of our work, kind of like the portfolio review, if you will, if you want to see what we kind of the work that we do. So feel free to look at that. But that's about covers it for my end.
This is for members as well. So if you're a member of AIGA UTA, then you already have been added to the group and you should be able to see it. If not, then we'll send out a link. And so, yeah, all members will be able to access it and view the workshop.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Anna. Does anyone, currently have any questions for her or anything about the workshop before we move on?
Can you teach me how to draw manga style?
I could teach you how to draw manga style. For sure.
Awesome.
The fundamentals, then you could apply it to any. So cartoon, manga, realistic, you name it.
Dope.
Well, I'll definitely be there because I want to up my illustration game. I could probably never be to your level, Anna, or Daniel's level, but I think learning new techniques in art is always beneficial and can apply to other areas. So you guys should definitely be there. They're very amazing illustrators, and I think we'll all get a kick out of it.
I want to show
But
up
thank
and
you,
then,
Anna.
Thank you.
A game for illustration.
All right. So moving on to AdEdge. So AdEdge is a virtual panel discussion where representatives from various agencies and disciplines will provide perspective on their jobs, what it's like to work in said discipline at an agency, skills, mindset, traits, and needed for success, and how technology is changing their roles and more. So this session is designed to help students create various job roles within an agency and how to prepare for success in the agency world. So this is a Zoom event happening on, is the date on here?
23rd, Friday.
Okay, October 23rd. So that's next Friday. It's gonna be happening from 10 a.m. to noon. And the price is $20 per person. But if you are an AIGA member, we will refund you $10 as a member discount if you do choose to sign up. All you would need to do is show us that, proof of registration. So just like screenshotting after you filled out the registration form. And that is also very beneficial if you are wanting to prepare your future for success and learn from employers and what they're kind of looking for in like the real world and get really great opportunities to connect with professionals and whatnot. So if you guys are interested in that, I think someone linked it in the chat so you can register there. And as a member, you will get a 10%, or not 10%, $10 discount on that. So that's just something that we wanted to do for our members and grow your skills as a designer. Does anyone have any questions on this before we move on? All right, cool. So next thing is Adobe Creative Jam. So we did mention this last time, but we'll mention it again. So it's basically you designing a mobile app in a team of 2 to 3, and you can get the opportunity to win gift cards. So first place would be $250, second place is $150, and third place is $100. And you get to learn Adobe XD, no prior experience necessary. But this is an opportunity as well to link with some of your peers and kind of collaborate and create something awesome. I think we do have one team formed already with Brooke, Taylor, and Stacy, if I'm correct. And I think there might be another group potentially forming with Kenny and Daniel. So if you guys are interested, make sure you are active in their Discord, because that's where we mainly communicate. And if you want to win money, who doesn't like money? You can definitely apply for this. The registration link is on the screen. And I think if someone can link it in the chat, that would be helpful.
I have an update
cjam.io.
on that, actually.
Okay.
We met, so I'm also on the committee that's helping form this. Just to be aware, it is against other schools in Texas. Now, it sounds like a lot, but there's really only 4 schools doing it. And so the odds are really, really good as far as winning a prize. Every participant, I'm told, is going to receive swag in the mail. So as long as you participate, you get something. Since it's November 6th and Friday, you only have to physically meet on those Fridays at 6 to 8 p.m. on those 2 Fridays. And then the rest of the time, you're just working in with your partner. The big change is Adobe XD, the free license, mid-October, is going to move to only allow you to work with one other person. So because of that, and because certain schools don't have Creative Cloud for their students, they're limiting it towards that free version to make it fair. So you can only do it in pairs now. So if there's already any teams of 3, you have to drop one. So please go with a pair, and more the merrier from UTA. That would be awesome. And you'll notice when you click on the Eventbrite thing, it's already updated to say you need a team of 2. And all the directions there. They also say it's better to register together. So because whoever's registering the pair needs to have the information of the other person. And it will be a million times easier if you register at the same time versus separately, I'm told, because then there's a lot of finagling trying to get people paired up in the right pair. So make sure when you pair up, have the other person's information on hand. I think it's at least their name and email, their school, that kind of thing. We would like to have a strong showing. It sounds like UT Rio Grande has like a dozen teams already, and UT San Antonio is super gung-ho. It sounds like they're going to have like 30 teams. So right now, it sounds like UTA is only going to have 2 teams. So if we approached AIJ first because there's at least 35 of you. If each one of you participated, then we'd at least have a team. We'd have 2 teams of at least a dozen. Right. So it'll come up again. I'm going to ask you all to join. It should be a lot of fun because Adobe's very, very vested in making sure that this goes well. So, which means that they want to make sure you all have a good experience. Does anybody have any questions?
Y'all should join, form your team, and join because it's
just
good.
By, just for a show of hands that are here, there's that little raise your hand icon on Teams. Can you raise your hand if you are interested in this?
This is a good learning experience. Even if we're poopy at Adobe XD, which I am, because I have not touched it, it's really good. I would recommend.
Okay, so I see sort of like 5 people, 5 to 6 people. Okay, that's great. So it doesn't have to be, the pairs don't even have to be people that you know, like the traditional creative jam, which is physical. Sometimes you just make pairs directly inside the meeting. So in this case, maybe the officers can help pair the people up who are interested. And then with even just the 6 that raise their hands, that at least makes 3 teams. And so I think that's fantastic. Who knows? Maybe we'll clean house. So get first, second, and third UTA with these 3 teams. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Seiji.
Seiji. Yeah, so we got some people interested. That's good. We can definitely help pair some people via Discord or email. So whichever if you guys prefer, email, drop your email in the chat and we'll get that down and start pairing you guys up. Or you guys can message each other if you're in the Discord and kind of form your teams there. But yeah, awesome. Next is call for artists. So the art and art history department is looking for a design for this year's t-shirt. If your design is chosen, you get to see it on a t-shirt. You get to see it on the art and art history website. Plus you can win a $500 scholarship. So this is also another really great opportunity to get your designs, public and seen and part of UTA. So here are some of the details on like the max sizing and all of the formats. So max width should be 10 inches. Max height is 12 inches. I think it could be slightly smaller than that. Resolution, at least 300 ppi. Format, so full name underscore AAH in a JPEG file. And this is going to end on November 7th. So you have a couple of weeks to work on this. If you guys want. I believe they also sent an email. So if you check your email, they should have information on this more. But this is really great if you want to win a scholarship and get your stuff seen. Does anyone have any questions about this?
Just drop the PDF.
Sweet. All right. Next up, we have officer elections. So we are looking for officers for our next semester. The applications will be due next Thursday, October 22nd. And these are the positions, basically all the positions are opening up because we've already extended our officers for this semester because, due to COVID and all that. So if you're interested in becoming AIGA UTA officer, you should definitely apply. I think someone will draft the application link in the chat. And like I said, it will be due 1 week from now. So we've got president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, membership director, communication director, and event coordinator. So this is really great opportunity to build your leadership skills, collaborate with a team, and kind of look really good on your resume, and especially when you're like applying for jobs in the future. Like employers want to see that you have some kind of leadership skills, you collaborate with a team, and you make really great connections. I know like my time so far as an AIG UTA officer has been really great. I love all the people, and I think this is the really good opportunity if you want to network and really make those lifelong connections in college and just grow as a person, grow as an artist. And if any other officers have something to add, please feel free to do that now.
If you're not going to become an orientation leader, become an officer of AIGA UTA. Highly recommend it. I was like an introvert and now I'm the president. I don't know how. It just happened. And I got like a lot of doors open. So it's good. I'm introvert to extrovert. You learn a lot of things, build team working, and yeah, I don't know, it's just really great. So you guys should definitely become an officer if you can.
Yeah, you really learn a lot of new things. A lot of our structures kind of mirror a lot of business models. So whenever or even events that we're planning here, a lot of this takes a team effort, and sometimes you get to experience these kind of live things with the safety net of being in school. So this isn't a job you're going to get fired for. Like, you could get booted off after like long list of demerits, but like, as you notice, no one's been booted off. It's a good safety net for you to kind of practice these skills. And we have our wonderful advisors, Seiji and Veronica, who are just keeping us in line and making sure we're getting stuff done. So I mean, you have a really good opportunity to start learning these skills ahead of other people. So I highly recommend it.
Yes, I agree. I actually became an officer kind of like unexpectedly. Like, I did not apply, but I was approached by current president, which was Shaba. I remember I was like at school. This was before COVID, pre-COVID, but I was like in the stairwell area, and she kind of like just stopped me like in the middle of the stairwell. It's kind of creepy because it was like late in the evening. She's like, "Hey, Dina, right?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Hey, are you interested in becoming like the treasurer for AIGA?" And she kind of gave me the details, and I was like, "You know what? Why not? Why not?" And I haven't looked back since. It's been really great. The people have been really great, and the opportunities are great. I mean, I can't say enough about it. Honestly, it's helped me grow a lot, and so that's why we're kind of pushing you guys to become an officer, because you'll really learn a lot of things, and then it'll help you prepare once you graduate. You can say like, yeah, I had this position as an officer at UTA, and it kind of shows that it's like a volunteer type of experience. Like, even though you're not getting paid, they like to see that you're still kind of being active instead of just like kind of taking your classes and going home type of thing. Like, extracurriculars are always good to see. So this is again due next Thursday, October 22nd, because after this meeting, we will only have one more general body meeting. So our last general body meeting is the 29th of October, so 2 weeks from now. And that's when we will decide on the officers and kind of choose based on the applications that you guys submit. Is there any questions on this before I move on?
Details will be in the forms. Consider this your stairwell shout out. We want you.
Thank you, Kenny. All right, so Among Us. I'm sure. Wait, who plays it? Who started it? Who's I'm just curious. I haven't personally played it yet, but I've heard it's really fun, a fun game. So we'll actually be having a game night next meeting, not this meeting. So October 29th, after our officer elections, we'll be playing this game, and we'll be like in the Discord voice channel and kind of like chatting. So it'll be like really interactive. I haven't played this yet, but I'm really excited to learn. So it's basically kind of like Mafia. You guys have played that. So there's like two imposters, and they basically go around and kill their team players, and they kind of have to like not have to stay in the game as long as possible and kill all the other members without getting caught. So it's like kind of like a lying game, kind of deception of who can pull off, being a liar. So I'm really excited to learn and play this with y'all. So make sure if you're at our next meeting, hop on this. It'll be really fun, and I'm sure we'll like learn a lot about each other and who's a good liar, and all that stuff. Anything anyone want to add?
I'm glad I'm not the only one who hasn't played this, Dina, because I was like I'm out of the circle here.
It's okay. We'll learn together. Honestly, I just haven't played it yet because I don't want to get addicted. Because knowing me, I'm probably gonna get addicted to it if I start now. And I'm like, I have so much other stuff to do right now. So I'm just gonna learn as I go in our next meeting or after our next meeting.
Same.
Let's hope it doesn't end our friendships. Yo.
You know what? It might be at risk. It might be at risk, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together.
I'm hyped.
Is it the new Mario Party? Friendship ending.
Is yes, it's gonna be a great party. There might be some screaming and shouting and finger pointing, but it'll be fun.
Heck yeah, I'll do my best
All
to
right.
be there.
Just remember, Anna
Cool.
Chavez is sus. Eject her at all costs.
Is she in this chat? Is
She's
she
not.
here?
That's why I can freely say that.
I can't call her out. All right. Cool. And now we'll be talking about some design resources. So I'm going to let Bailey take it from here. So Bailey, take it away.
Hey guys. All right.
Yeah,
So
we appreciate it.
Okay. Design resources and mock-up sites. There is a list of, I think there's 6 right here in front of you. Dina, is it okay if I screen share my screen?
Yes, let me stop sharing.
Okay. Okay, here it is. We're gonna do this one. All right, you guys can see the screen, right? Where it says design resource markup site.
Yes.
All right, so the first one is over Graphic Burger. Okay, so I'm pretty new at a lot of these sites, which I think is actually really interesting because I'm learning along with you guys. But this one offers like mock-ups over like t-shirts. You see mugs, rubber stamps, which I thought was pretty neat. You have a lot of variety here, like even van mock-ups. So I can just click on one real quick. I'll do this one. So I think on this one you can like easily select whichever mock-up you want to go with, and then in the website you actually, I believe you drag and place you upload your image on there. So it's not one that you download like as a Photoshop file. So you can add text here. I believe you add text, it adds text to the image itself and not onto the t-shirt. But you upload your image. You can, I guess, upload from your phone, it looks like, which is pretty cool. And what else? There's like tote bags. There's a lot of options on this one, which I really appreciate, because you know how sometimes you're specifically looking for something and you just can't find it? Ooh, I lost it. Oh, it's right here. But yeah, so that's this one. The next one is mrmockup.com. Oh, wait. Sorry. I forgot to show you Unblast. Anyways. This one is Unblast. Layout's a little different. So I like this one because you can also look at fonts, which, because I know a lot of us might use like the Adobe fonts that are available to us, Google fonts, what else, like defont.com. But this one you also get an even wider variety, which I think is pretty cool because it's nice to have options. Options are great. As far as mockups go, you have, I feel like this is a little bit more minimalist than the other one. The other one was like very creative, like colorful. This one you have like, I'm trying to like find some good ones. This one looks cool. But like you have plates, like to-go packaging, you got journals, paper bags, menu stuff, which I thought was pretty interesting. You also got 3D models on here. When I was looking at this one, I was like, man, when will you ever need like a free wash basin 3D model? But you just never know. So just know, I guess it like helps me think that like you can be a little bit more creative with your assignments and stuff. Okay, that one. Next one is this one, which is Mockup World. It's cool. It's got a search bar, but this one, what's cool about this one? You also got like posters and pictures that you can look through.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
packaging. I don't know if some of you guys are taking a packaging class.
Yeah.
But you can also look at mock-ups here to like help you visualize what your label design and all that stuff will look like. This is perfect timing, right? Gel and hand sanitizer mock-up. What else do we got? We have, I showed you graphic burger. You can also do Photoshop mockups. So this one is actual Photoshop files that you can download. These are cool because I found, which one? This also has like mood board mockups, which I didn't even know was a thing. I guess it is a thing. But let's see, loads. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I did not know about a lot of these sites, which I think is really interesting. So like, I feel like this makes you look so professional, and like, this may not be the theme that you're going for. It just happened to be the one that I clicked on. Like it even gives you like little accessories to decorate with, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, these are like Photoshop downloadable mockups, unlike the other one, the first one I showed you, which was Graphic Burger. Here you have like more stationery. You've got business cards. I don't know if you guys are interested in making yourself some business cards, but it also comes with like I think this one has like a bundle. So yeah, like if you see, it shows you how many files they have, so you can download whichever one is more beneficial to you and your project and assignments. Yeah, I guess what I found the most interesting is that there are so many mockups that I could have been using and like really enhanced all of my projects that I was trying to make by hand. And I don't know if you guys have any experience with that, but it's but it's hard. It's really hard to create your own mockup. So I think this is really great resources that you guys can use. This one, I don't know if I said, it was called mockupsdesign.com. I know that there's a class, I don't know which one it is. I think it's an illustration class where you create a book. I feel like I click on it and it goes away. So I don't know what the requirements are for that project, but you can definitely have your mock-up, your book presented all neatly and nicely. This one I think is the same concept where you place your image and you just download it, and then you can download, I just have to add something to it. You can download your image as PNG and JPEG, I believe. Yeah, I think I went through all of them. Mockup World, Mockups-Design, Graphic Burger, Mockup World, Mr. Markup, and Unblast. But yeah, these are really great resources. I wish I kind of knew them beforehand. That way, because I think my weakest point is my mockups and how they all turn out very, very crappy, to be honest. And I'm actually happy that I found all these, because now I can go back and update those projects for CPR and just definitely add to my portfolio to make them look even better. But yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. All the links will be in the description or the chat box, and you guys can revisit them anytime if you have access to the team, which you should. And to use mockups is really simple. There's just like a layer, and you just click on it, and you slap in your file, so PNG or AI, like copy and paste it on there, and then you save it and close it. That window that opened, and then it should be applied to the mockup. So it's really simple, and we can probably teach anybody who doesn't know how to use it in our mentor program. So that's a thing that you can learn through the mentor program. But right, to Dina now.
Thank you for going over those mockups.
Yeah, really great. Really useful as a designer. You know, you want to see your designs on real life looking products, but not pay to actually like get that product printed. Mock-ups are really great, and those are like mainly all free. So take advantage of that. Bookmark those links. It's all really useful. So I think the last thing on our agenda is our design passion presentation with our officer, Anna Ponce. So I guess she'll be sharing her screen and going over the presentation. So take it away, Anna.
Thank you, Dina. Let me go ahead and pull up the presentation here real quick. So I don't know if you guys are any of you guys here former any other major, like you guys came to kind of just came to graphic design and from another program? Like how many of you guys came from like business or architecture or something like that?
Ooh,
I see quite a few of you. What did y'all come, if y'all put in the chat, like what y'all come from? Because I know I came from architecture, and then I know some people have come from different models.
I came from nursing.
Harley said in the chat she came from computer science.
Oh, wow.
I came from biology.
Biology, nice.
Can y'all believe Seiji was going to be a doctor?
I was in engineering.
Engineering.
Whoa.
Dang.
I can see that. You're very disciplined.
Millions of lives have been saved by Veronica switching.
Right? I got in and I was like, math? What? Nope.
Ew, math.
It's crazy because sometimes you'll see that these other programs will sometimes affect you in your design. I don't know if that's the same even from these like from business and nursing, but I do feel like that does tend to have some effect. But I'm saying that just because part of my design presentation is actually formally with architecture. Right now, I don't know if can y'all see my screen currently?
Yes. Yeah, Instagram page.
So I pulled up this Instagram that I have recently followed because I was looking for some design layouts that could probably explain what I was getting at a little better. And I feel like there's a correlation between architecture and graphic design. I mean, design in itself, of course. But if you could see some of these images, you can kind of see like how layout really comes through in some of these. These are actually architect students, so they're not graphic design by any means, but they kind of learn these disciplines because they learn through that graphic design style, like the principles of Gestalt and everything. You know, you are covering some of these. So wanted to showcase this real quick before I began. But yeah, sometimes if you have an understanding of design, you could actually build and design things better, even and apply those concepts to pretty much a lot of things in life. I'm gonna unshare to go back to the presentation now. You sent. Let's see if I can pull it up just because I can't put full screen at the same time. So let me just go ahead and just do the tab here. Are y'all able to see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
You can go to view and then present.
Yeah, I was trying to do that first, and then I realized I'm a dum-dum for trying to do that first. But yeah, so basically that link I've showed you is the link to the Instagram I just showed you. But I'll be covering a few little architects that I won't be showing the architect work themselves, but how they stood up as designers. So the first one is Le Corbusier, and he's kind of like the diva of architecture. I think in UTA, he's like this famous guy. A lot of architect professors will fangirl over this guy, but he's basically just the starter portion of like modern architecture. So he kind of coined the term for purism. So I think you guys have seen this style before, kind of in art history. So as an architect, we actually had to create these as well. So you kind of have this understanding of simplicity and kind of getting to the core of an idea. So whenever you're even designing, it's not just about, architecture and buildings, it's also just concepts and psychology. Like, what is the basic and core of your design? And if you follow Le Corbusier and some of his work, he's kind of changed drastically from your generic architect. Took some time in his life, traveled, sketched a lot of buildings around the world, and then just came through and tried to strip away all the aesthetic and decorations and ornamentation and get to the bottom of what communication and idea, kind of like sign and symbol, where you're kind of going to the very core of the concept. So he kind of reminds me a lot about those concepts. So he's one of the famous for me. And thought I'd show you these guys. He's actually a very funny guy. And this is not his house. He went to some other woman's house who owned the house he designed, and he just went in there and he stripped and just started painting. And I thought that was quite sad. But he's basically a designer who pretty much explores not just the buildings, but also just analysis. So even he's designed furniture, so that's one of the chairs he's designed. He's influenced a lot and worked with some of the famous architects for the Bauhaus. And so he's influenced pretty much even some of the curriculum for current studio presentations and architectural presentations, like critiques and everything. You'll see a lot of those concepts will come through from him as well. He's one of the founders of these kind of ideas. The next one is kind of like someone a little less of the common, big names, but he's really big in terms of what influence he took from Le Corbusier. So he's Tao Ando, and I liked him because I like to use light in some of my illustrations, but I also like how he's able to kind of weave concepts together, like nature, light, concrete, and just create something that's very beautiful. It looks like art, some of his work. And so he just takes the space and does that same idea with Le Corbusier, just analysis of space and interacting with it. And the same way a graphic designer would take the space of a canvas and be able to manipulate that and create moods. Like, you get a mood from that image over there, and you'd be able to do that with your own designs and your own graphics. So I feel like that kind of application worked there. So, and an example for you guys to be able to see, you can go to the Modern Art Museum in Fort Worth, because he designed that building, and this is some of the imagery within that he's done. So you can see how he's able to have that kind of interacting with the space, but you're also looking outside. You're having these very interesting kind of feelings when you walk through this museum. It's very beautiful. I was one of the people who fangirled walking through this. I was more interested in the architecture than the actual art in it. I'm not gonna lie, but it's very beautiful. So I would recommend you guys checking out both the work and the architecture. The next
also,
person
wasn't he a boxer before he became an
Yes, yes, you're right. He was. He's from I can't pronounce it, Osaka, and he was actually called I think a guerrilla architect and stuff. But he's developed from like some long time. Like, but yeah, he comes from those roots. Were very interesting to hear about. I'm glad you know that. Have you heard of him before?
Yeah, I mean, he's famous, so
Oh,
I
sure.
think I saw him in an interview.
Cool. Yeah, a little tidbit to know about him. The next person is Zaha Hadid, and I think that a lot of people, if you've gone with me in graphic design in the first years, you probably heard me talk about her a lot. She had passed away recently when I first transferred into this program, so I kind of thought about her a lot. She's won a vast amount of awards, and I think she's also been the first woman to win the, I think, golden, I forgot the name of it. She's the first woman to win this award, and it was very prestigious. And it's through her design. It's very mathematical, it's very technical. Some of her designs are so complex that they can't be designed yet because our technology is not advanced enough for it. But some of these concepts, she doesn't go with just architecture. Like I said, a lot of these concepts reach over and past just buildings. So these are shoes, jewelry, purses, cufflinks. Like, you'll be able to take these concepts and create like this. I think the bottom left are shoes that are eco-friendly. That you're able to take these concepts, and she's been able to design just exquisite pieces of work through her concepts and mathematical equations. So some of these people like really influenced me whenever I designed. So I thought that I'd share some of these architects with you. And I believe that was the last one. But yeah, so these are some of the people that I believed were very influential in my design work that thought I'd share you.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Anna. Does anyone have any questions for Anna?
What was the Instagram again?
I could put in the link, actually. Let me go ahead and copy it.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Let's see.
You were friends with one of them?
What was that?
I'm not sure if I heard that right, but you were friends with one of them? Or like knew one of them?
No, not at all. I said if you knew me from first year, you heard me talk a lot about them because I heard that. Yeah. Okay. I wish, God, I wish.
I was like, what? That's
I would
crazy.
be way more excited talking about that. Be like, ah. But yeah. I see someone's hand up. Oh, Daniel, did you have a question? Aguila or Jose?
I don't. I just kept my hand up from that from the question that was asked a while ago. Sorry.
Oh, I feel that. Okay, just double checking. But was that the link that y'all needed, the Instagram one?
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Awesome. But yeah, I mean, did you guys have any sort of influence whenever you got to your programs? Like, did nursing or business ever kind of bleed into some of your work, or just, you know, your workflow? Did that ever affect? I'd like to hear it, to be honest, because I hear some cool stuff from even advertising and stuff like that.
I wasn't in any other major besides design, but I do find myself exploring other aspects like film or like graffiti and seeing it play a big part in my design. And like, yeah, it's always interesting to see that branch out, like that branch of like, I don't know, it's creativity or whatever it is that you're going towards, kind of like merge with your like design passions. And it's really cool when you like execute it really cool, like really interestingly. Like with film, you can like incorporate like little aspects like Pathfinder type of like elements and just kind of like create something really cool, like a poster or something like that. So it's always cool to see people do that with their major that they previously were in and their majors that they're in now.
I can definitely say that coming from the film department, because I spent, I think, probably my first year and a half as just a BFA in film. Whenever I'm designing, one of the main things that I think about is, oh boy, how does this fit into the rule of thirds? How can I, align things on that axis? Because that is, no matter what the canvas is, whether it's 16 by 9 or 8.5 by 11 or whatever, like you're still attracted to that rule of thirds just innately. And so I do try to position things along that, along those lines generally. So that's probably the biggest thing that I've brought.
Dude, I definitely agree with that, Cody, because that's so true. And Bailey was also agreeing in the chat. That like the rule of thirds is one of the biggest. Some of the illustrations I do, I try to make sure to do that as well. That's, yeah, good stuff.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. So the last thing we have on the agenda is just reminders for all the dates that we mentioned today. So be sure to mark these down on your calendars. So we've got the illustration workshop next Thursday, the 22nd at 5 p.m. Our next general hangout / last one is the 29th. And then our election meeting's happening for our next hangout as well. So be sure to fill out the form if you're thinking about becoming a future officer. And then right after election meeting, we will have the Among Us game night through Discord. And then we have Ad Edge on October 23rd as well, so next Friday. And then something that Seiji brought up earlier in the beginning was the Adobe Max conference that's going to be happening as well. So let me reshare that. So this is happening October 20th through 22nd. The Adobe Max conference is completely free, and look, they have over 350 sessions. It's like 3 full days of speakers, celebrity appearances, musical performances, and global collaborative art projects. And so be sure to register. Here are just some of the people that will be there, the very few of the many. So you guys might recognize some of them. Got some, Tyler the Creator, Zendaya. I'm just Aquafina. Yeah, you guys be sure to register. And I think I think October 20th to 22nd is like on weekday. So I have classes, but I'm just thinking about skipping those classes just to get 3 full days of this because it's free, first of all.
Yeah, it should be Tuesday through Thursday. And for Dina specifically, you should check out Gemma O'Brien because she's the letterer that's known as Mrs. Eves.
Why is my screen not loading? But you got a bunch of speakers and sessions, and you can schedule your sessions for the 3 days. So it's like you can cater your schedule to whatever you're interested in. So look at all of these categories. There's 3D and AR, business productivity, creativity in design and business, education, graphic design, illustration and digital painting, photography, social media, UI, UX design, and video. So it is filled with a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Okay, here are some more speakers that will be present. Wow, this is awesome. So you guys, be sure to register and learn from these people. And I just can't believe they're making this free. Like the value, wow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna skip class. Yeah, I just thought we'd share that with y'all. Does anyone have any questions or anything to add? That's pretty much all I got for me.
You're lucky you're not in Veronica or Seiji's class right now.
I'm sure they would probably excuse it anyway, because, right, Seiji, you got back, right? You absence if I was in your class.
I would. I'd excuse it.
Veronica's the real MVP.
They want to keep you here.
I'll probably be canceling my class. So if students are going to attend, then I'll cancel my class. If they're not, then I'll still have it.
So you're going to bring it up in web design?
If you all actually attend the conference, then yeah, I'll bring it up.
Oh, will it be extra credit?
If you write a report.
Okay. That's a good deal. I can do that.
Send in your registration screenshots so he knows. It's like, and then go for that extra credit.
Sweet. Well, that's all for today's meeting. Thank you everyone who showed up today. It was really cool seeing everyone here. And that's pretty much it. We'll probably stick around for a couple minutes if anyone has any other questions regarding anything we talked about today.
Who else is hyped for that Among Us game?
Heck yeah, dude.
If we get a lot of people, we might have to split it up. But I'm fine with that.
I have a question.
Yes.
I paid my dues this semester, but I'm not on the Discord. Can I be added to that? Okay.
Absolutely.
I've got a question. If we are hypothetically speaking, if we are a new member, or wanting to become a new member, rather, who do we see to sign up?
great question. We do have a link tree, and there is a become a member link. Let me drop it in the chat. So you can fill out an application to become a member here. Wait, go. Okay. So I just dropped it in the chat. So there's a little tab that says become a member. So you can fill out a form there.
Thank you.
I've dropped the Discord link in the chat as well. Let me know if it works.
Alrighty.
Okay, I see it. Remember to do an intro so you can see everything.
Now you have lifelong access to Discord and everyone that's in it. So it will be it's very valuable.
Hang out with us in the voice chat whenever you see us in there. Seriously, like people think we're like planning something in the voice chats, but no, we're just like talking dumb stuff, and we're probably studying, but at the same time like chatting with each other. But yes, and
there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. A little bit of memes, a little bit of bot commands, playing some wild music. A lot of yelling from one specific member, but you know, it calms down at some point.
Hey man, when you're pulling all-nighters, sometimes it's helpful.
Oh, I did it one use. My bad. Let me do multiple use for the link real quick.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording this, but we finally did it, y'all. We finally recorded one of our meetings.
Yay! We get turned into a YouTube hit now.